So she told her that, and she said, that's fine, I won't work for you. So she couldn't go back to Trump. She was embarrassed. So she opened up a little music school in her own house in Atlantic City. She comes from out here in Pasadena, out here in a very wealthy home. Her father's a judge. Anyway, that's that.
What do you remember about Marilyn Monroe?
I met her 3 times. The first time I met her, I was trying to get into the business, and I picked out this woman that had a place called Blue Book Models over in the old Ambassador Hotel. Her name was Miss Snively. Miss Snively was very nice and let me go over there. I took a real snobby, gorgeous girl from USC with me to get her opinion. And we were over there, and she showed me everything she did, and she was just as kind and nice as she could be. All of a sudden, she said, she said, 3 of my girls are out at the swimming pool doing a story with the LA Examiner. She said, if you want to go out there, I'll introduce you to them. You can see what you think of them. I said, okay. So we went out, and she said, this is Miss Jane Mansfield. I said, how do you do? She said, this is Miss Marilyn Monroe. And I said, how do you do? I can't remember who the other one was, but she had a big name. I always forget it. Mamie Van Dorn.
Yeah, Mamie Van Doren.
Yeah, she was the third one. So I turned around to the girl with me, and I said, they look like 3 hookers to me. And the girl smiled, and she said, they do to me, too. I never thought any more about it. About a year later, I was starting to get a little known, and I was interviewed on a television show, CBS, on the old Vine Street place, and I was waiting for my ride out in front, and this girl comes sauntering up the street, and she was very cute. And I said, I know this sounds corny, but haven't I seen you somewhere before? And she looked at me and she said, you know something? She said, you look familiar too. I said, yeah. I said, I swear I met you somewhere. What do you do for a living? She said, well, I did some modeling. I said, oh, really? Where did you model? And she said, Blue Book Models. I said, Miss Snively. She said, yeah. Oh, she said, I met you at the swimming pool. And I said, that's right. I said, which one are you? And she said, I'm Marilyn Monroe. And I said, that's terrific. And she said, yeah, I'm living across the street at the studio club for $7 a week. A lot of young actresses stay there when they're trying to get started. I said, well, how are you doing? She said, well, I just got signed at, I think she said 20th Century Fox. She said, I'm getting $75 a week on a 6-month contract. But she said, I'll never last. She said, I can't act. I'm no good at it. I said, well, I hope you have good luck, and God bless you. And she said, okay, my ride came, and that was that. The third time I saw her, and the last time, was out at the Santa Anita racetrack. I was doing publicity for the racetrack with models. And I had a pass to the best box in the place. And I sat there with my sister, late sister, and I said, I'm going to put a bet on a horse. I don't know anything about horses, but I'm going to go up and put a bet on it. She said, well, put one for me, too, here. And she gave me $2, and I went to go up. And as I went up to the line, I could see this knockout girl from behind in a short black dress. Looked like a silk dress, and she was a blonde. As I got up near the line, all of a sudden she happened to turn around and look my way, and she said, you're Mr. Adrian. I said, for God's sakes, you're that same girl, aren't you? She said, yeah, Marilyn Monroe. And we got talking, and I said, how are you doing? Oh, she said, I'm terrible. I go to acting classes every day. They renewed my contract. I get $150 a week. But she said, I can't act. They put me in a little part in the movie, a tiny speaking part. And she said, when that thing comes out next week, I'll be finished. She said, I know I'll never go anywhere from there. I said, for God's sakes, that's wonderful. What is it? I want to go see it. Oh, I'm not going to tell you what it is, she said. I don't want you to see it. I'm going to be terrible in it. I said, hey, look, Marilyn, tell me what it is. I want to see it. I have a lot of confidence in you, and I have a feeling you're going to be somebody. She said, well, okay, it's called All About Eve. And she said, that's the movie, and that's the one she was discovered in.
Wow.
I never saw her again.
What effect does modeling have on teenagers?
It has a very different effect on different people. Some girls are just so excited about it, they can't stop. And every little thing they do, they just love it. Other girls are excited about it when they get started, but they've heard a lot about me, and when they come in here, they think they're going to become famous. And I have to get that out of their head to start with. That very few people become famous in modeling or acting or anything. And so that's how it goes. I had a girl one day just starting out, and I had an appointment with a man that, like you, that wanted to look over some of the girls. He was doing a story and so forth. So he came, and when she left, I got rid of her because he was there. I said, well, here's some pictures. I said, these are some of my best girls. Which one do you want to do the story on? He said, I don't have to look at those pictures. I've already picked my girl. I said, oh, what'd you do, go some other place? She said, no, I just picked her. I said, well, who is it? He said, the girl that was in the office. Oh, for Christ's sakes, I said, she's just starting with me. Well, he said, that's the one I want. So I got her, and he used her, and what the hell do you think happened? It went to her head completely. She was worthless in the modeling class. The girls couldn't get along with her. She thought she knew everything. The next thing happened, I got a call from an agency up on Sunset Boulevard, and the guy said, hey, Adrian, if you don't get this goddamn girl out of my office, I'm never going to call you again for a model. I said, well, what's the matter with her? He said, well, she's sitting on my desk, using my phone, making an appointment with her boyfriend for dinner. She said, she's impossible to talk to. I don't want anything to do with her. I said, who is it? Is it so-and-so? And he said, yes. I said, okay. At the end of her, I told her father, and I said, come and get your daughter. I said, I don't want to work with her anymore. She's impossible. And he said, well, it's because she got that job too easy. He said it went to her head. She's only 16, and he said she'll get out of it, but I'm sorry. And so that's how it affects some of them.
How about parents? Have they changed in their relationship to their daughter models?
In the old days, when I got started here, I started to get publicity like and look, and people started hearing my name because they were very suspicious of me when I started. They wondered who that guy was with all the pretty girls. What the hell was he up to? But they saw this one girl did very, very well with me, and well, she was just a gorgeous girl, and I bawled the hell out of her. a few times, and this girl